So you want to know how to install RTGI. Obviously this video wouldn't be here if people didn't. I've seen a lot of people wanting to know how to do it and people saying that they tried to do it and it failed. So, simple shit. Let's go. First of all, just update everything. Okay, first of all, get, latest ReShade version. Last one, 4.5.2. You want to get the latest Marty McFly shaders and stuff. Just click this button, download zip. You got it. And then you have to donate the $5 tier, Breakfast, aka Beta. Look, it's me. My membership, I signed in. So yeah, you need $5. You need to pay $5. And I know there's other people going to be like, oh, but Damon, I don't have $5. I don't have any money. And if you want to do it, just politely ask someone who's already got it then, I guess. Other than that, search the deep web. You might have furry porn for it, but you'll also have your shader. So, anyway, quickest way I'm going to show you to do this, manage, just go Assassin's Creed Black Flag, really good example for doing this. And we're going to go to local files. It's going to pop up under my folder like the stupid thing it is, thank you Windows. So, simple, 5.5.2. You want to run that. Select the game. For me, it's in, so Black Flag, you want to go to the single player. It is a DirectX, shit, what's the version I already have? It's a DirectX 10 or 11 game. Yeah, overwrite, reinstall shaders. It's going to do the thing. I like ambient light. I like the D-band. It's got some display depth so you know that it's working. A bunch of the Quint stuff. Okay, you're not going to have some of those, just ambient light, SMA. That's all you really need. I skipped the tutorial. I show FPS. Good. That's it. That's done. You're going to have this ReShade shaders thing here. You open that up. You open up the Quint stuff. Shaders. Just like grab this. See this? Just grab it. Put it in here. Replace. Done. That's it. That's all you need to do. Then you'll get your beta that you will have if you access the Discord. And just do the same thing. Shaders, textures, here, yes, done. Don't touch it. Leave it. This is just contrast adaptive sharpen, which I like that sharpen version. It's installed. Congratulations, it works. And I'll show it to you. Okay. Let's go RTGI. You can right click it, numpad 1. There you go. Just so you can toggle it on and off. Now, just take a quick look what it does. With the latest version, we have these processors. So Sky Color Mode 2, you can set it to 0, which turns it off. You can set it to 1, which makes it manual. Like, I used the wrong one. I pressed the numpad and. Well, that doesn't want to change. Neat. There. So I set it to 1. Now it's a manual color. You can change it here. You can make it red. You can see it changing here. You can make it green. But that's kind of poop. We don't need that. We don't care about that. We want to make it... There. Just do it automatic. So it grabs the color from the latest, from the sky back here. That's all it cares about. Infinite bounces, kind of neat. You can set it to 1. And that will set your... Take that off. Infinite bounces, smoother global illumination, but I don't really care too much about that. Everything looks fine just as it is. 0, 2, good, done. So let's turn this off, see what this does. I like setting my sky color to higher saturation. Ray length, 10, 4, 12, perfectly fine. Just reset the default, why not? So here we go. This is the default. This is what you will see when you first set it up. So I like giving more color to my sky. You can kind of see it turning kind of bluer. Just like if you keep looking around here, it's like more yellow, more blue, yellow, blue. You get the idea. I like setting mine around 2.5. Good. So turn the lighting channel on, sky color intensity. I save that for last. Don't need sky color. So we can see ambient occlusion and bounce lighting. We have the darkness here, we have the lightness coming off the ground here. It's good. We have, you know, light on the grass, grass light coming off. You can see the hair just toggling on and off. Ground to the grass. You can kind of see it a little bit greener here. Grass to the ground. You got the idea. But what I start with is ambient occlusion, and we have this ray length. Bigger length means that the rays go farther for bigger occlusion. You can have it short. See how it's all nice and tight around here. You can bump that up. See how it grows. See, but at ranges like this small, you might as well just use, like, you know, MXAO. Let's turn this debug on. Like, you might as well just use MXAO. There's really no point in doing short range RTGI. Makes no sense. Since the default value is about 4, you know, it does pretty good. It shades the inside here, along different things here. Let's just walk around a bit. So you can see it shades the inside. Doesn't do too bad. The one thing I don't really like is situations like here, where it's not really shading too much inside like this house. So we can turn that up more. I normally go around 8. 8 is usually where I like going. So I can get like nice shading inside here. And if you turn the bounce lighting on, it bounces up and it hits the top here. So it's kind of nice. But again, before we do that, there's another setting you need to change, which is the Z depth thickness. Trying to get a good spot here where nobody's going to really interrupt, because I use the character as a base for this stuff on how thick something should be, because we shouldn't have this dark halo around the character. That's too thick. We don't want that. So start at 0. Just bring it in. Now what I do like getting is you want a little bit around the feet. You want some contact shadow. So like right about there. That's it. That's like 0.1. And you think that's really tiny, and potentially it is tiny. That's because we've bumped the ray distance up more. The higher your ray distance goes, the more you're going to want to shorten that Z depth. The thickness. We're not going to go extra thick here. We just want it nice and smooth. So, fucking asshole. Get out of here. So let's go to a place that has, you know, good bounces again. So here we go. Like, looking at here. Now, we want to make sure that we have this view back. So let's start with ambient occlusion. How dark we want things to be. Let's see, I'm thinking about here, which is actually pretty strong at about an 8 level. Is that too dark? Maybe. But what we also want to do is once people stop interrupting... It's hard to find like a good spot. Okay. This is good. This is good. Now we're going to bring in the bounce lighting. It's kind of hard because you don't want it to be too bright. Like this. This actually isn't too bright. Basically, you want to match this color to this color. So like right about here isn't too bad. It's just, I'm hitting about 5. And that's kind of it, really. You now have installed and tweaked ReShade RTGI. See? Right there. Good shading. Right about here. You have it darker on the insides. You have the light bouncing up and hitting this bar here, up around here. See? Like that. Good stuff. Now it's your turn. But, of course, it's not actually time yet because I forgot one thing. Sky color. Now, you're basically just going to turn this up to... Again, it's all completely up to you. So, like, you can turn the sky color intensity up. It's going to take the color from the farthest part of the depth buffer, which is the sky, and apply it as sort of an additional brightness increase of sorts, sort of global illumination intensity. So you can choose your mix. I don't really pick around like a 50%. I don't like going too high. Best way to kind of figure this out is to stick your character in the shadow and look at it from the shadow. So like right about, you know, kind of like that. You want it to roughly match the intensity of the sky. Which, again, normally for me is about 50%. That's about right. And then the ambient mix option is how much you want to include the sky bounce inside the darks of your ambient occlusion. So I don't really like going too high, like a 20. I think 20 is the default. Just add some bounce light into your ambient occlusion. So yeah, there we go. Lots of bounce. And Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of the best things to show this off because it does have a dynamic day-night cycle, and this is before Ubisoft started baking lighting into their games, such as Assassin's Creed Unity, Syndicate, Origins, everything like that. See, this is a good spot here. See all the light coming off the building here. Light from the building onto this. Got this oranges coming up here. You can even see the oranges kind of bleeding off into here, but it gets pure white over here. See, just fading off into here, like so. Of course, this is still based on your screen depth, so you'll see that this fades away as I turn this wall off. See, can't see the wall, can't see the bounce. Screen's face, that's how that works. This is still, however, actual, you know, quote-unquote actual ray tracing, because it traces rays. That's it. It is actual ray tracing, just by the fact that it traces rays against the screen and the depth buffer. It's not a native implementation, it is a post-process addition, which is the main thing, comparing this to, like, you know, Metro Exodus. So it's actual ray tracing, it's just not native ray tracing. That's the difference. Also, I've been recording this and, like, I'm still getting 55-ish FPS in a busy spot. So it's actually kind of optimized too, you know? Alright, yep, that's it.